Hello po! Okay, sa video pong ito ay isi-share ko po ang aking mga isinulat at naging experience during our ECP application. So, ako po ay isang teacher 1 at nag-apply po ako as teacher 4. So, ito po ang mga nilagay ko or isinulat ko po during our non-classroom observable indicators annotations form. So, take note po, ako po ay kinder teacher, kaya magre-reflect po ito sa aking mga annotations. Para po sa ECP 2026, ito po ang mga teacher for NCOY indicators. So, unang-una po dyan, ang 1.2.2. So, ang MOV po nito ay kukunin natin sa ating school year 2024-2025 portfolio. Next is the 4.2.2. School year po ay 2023 to 2024. Para sa ating 4.3.2, ang school year na pagkukunan po natin ay ang 2024 to 2025. 5.2.2, school year kung saan kukunin ang MOV ay sa school year 2025 to 2026. At ang 7.4.2, kukunin po sa school year 2023 to 2024. Lagi po nating tatandaan kapag sasagot po tayo ng portfolio annotation at ang sa behavioral events interview ay lagi po nating gagamitin ang STAR approach. Situation, task, action, result. Sa situation po, describe the specific teaching situation, challenge, or context you encountered. So, tatanungin natin yung sarili natin, what was the problem or context? Next, task. Explain your responsibility or what you needed to accomplish. So, what did you need to do? Next, action. Describe the specific strategies, interventions, or steps you personally implemented. So, what did you actually do? Last is the result. State the outcome, preferably supported by data, evidence, or improvement in learner performance. So, what happened because of your actions? So, lagi nating tatandaan to make the action the strongest part. Mention the specific strategy, evidence, or MOV and your personal contribution. Quantify the result whenever possible. And be clear, concise, and focus on your impact as a teacher. Tandaan po natin yung mga yan. Dito po sa NCOY annotations form ay may 4 na tables. Yung indicator, MOV, description of the MOV presented, at yung annotations po. So, pag print po natin itong file na ito, yung NCOY annotations form, nandyan na po yung mga indicators na 5. So, ang isusulat na lang po ay yung MOV, yung description, at yung annotations. So, don't worry po kasi during our time, last week, nung nagsulat po kami ng annotations form, ay hawak po namin ang aming NCOY portfolio. So, dito po sa indicator na una po ay ang 1.2.2 or yung use research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning to enhance professional practice. MOV ko po na nilagay ay ang Daily Lesson Plan or DLP. Galing po sa school year 2024 to 2025. So, description po ay, the Daily Lesson Plan or DLP demonstrates the use of research-based and developmentally appropriate teaching strategies. Annotations ko po ay, in my lesson plan on Grow Foods, I applied research-based teaching strategy, which is the developmentally appropriate practice or DAP. a research-based framework developed by the National Association for the Education of Young Children. This strategy emphasizes on child-centered, play-based, and experiential learning and promotes active learning among my kindergarten learners. I provided developmentally appropriate, hands-on, and child-centered learning experiences through the egg sandwich making activity and egg relay game. These activities actively engaged learners and supported their cognitive, language, physical, social, emotional, and values development. Through hands-on activities, guided play, songs, interactive discussions, and collaborative tasks in my lesson, learners actively construct knowledge while developing essential life skills. By applying the principles of DAP, I create a safe, engaging, and learner-centered environment that supports holistic development and encourages active participation and meaningful learning. Next indicator po ay ang 4.2.2 or yung set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with learning competencies. My MOV is Daily Lesson Plan, DLP, from school year 2023 to 2024. Description: the daily lesson plan contains learning outcomes aligned with the prescribed learning competencies supported by appropriate activities and assessment. Annotations: in planning my kindergarten lessons, I ensure that the learning outcomes are aligned with the prescribed learning competencies and are appropriate to the developmental level of my learners. In my lesson, I provided engaging and meaningful activities through the pictograph activity, discussion using real objects and pictures, and the sorting ways activity that helped my learners achieve the intended outcomes. I also used appropriate assessment tasks such as activity sheets, performance tasks, and class discussions to monitor their learning and determine whether the expected competencies have been achieved. Through this, I ensured that every lesson is purposeful, learner-centered, and responsive to the needs of my kindergarten learners. Next po ay ang 4.3.2, adopt and implement learning programs that ensure relevance and responsiveness to the needs of all learners. So, as a kindergarten teacher, ang ginamit ko pong MOVI, ang beginning of school year, second or mid-year, and end of school year ECCD assessment results, developmentally appropriate intervention program action plan, and accomplishment reports. Galing po sa school year 2024 to 2025. Description of the MOB presented. The ECCD assessment results, intervention plans, and accomplishment reports demonstrate the implementation of responsive learning programs based on learners' developmental needs. My annotations: the ECCD assessment reports, results, and action plan on intervention demonstrates how I adapted and implemented learning programs based on the identified developmental needs of my kindergarten learners. The beginning of school year or BOSY ECCD assessment served as the basis for planning differentiated, play-based, and developmentally appropriate learning experiences. Using learners' daily experiences, locally available instructional materials, and varied teaching strategies made instruction more relevant and responsive to the diverse needs of the class. The second ECCD assessment or yung mid-year was used to monitor learners' progress and determine the effectiveness of the interventions, allowing me to refine instructional strategies and provide additional support where needed. The third or end of school year ECCD assessment confirmed the learner's developmental growth and readiness for grade 1, demonstrating the successful implementation and adaptation of responsive learning programs. These pieces of evidence reflect my commitment to providing inclusive, meaningful, and developmentally appropriate learning experiences that support the holistic growth of all learners. Mga apat na indicator ay ang 5.2.2, monitor and evaluate learners' progress and achievement using learner attainment data. So, ang aking MOV ay galing po sa school year 2025-2026. ECCD assessment results, remedial and intervention program, and report on the remedial and intervention program. Description of the MOV presented. The ECCD assessment results, remedial and intervention program, and accomplishment report demonstrate the use of learner attainment data to monitor progress and improve instruction. Annotations. The ECCD assessment results, remedial and intervention program, and report on the remedial and intervention program demonstrate how I used learner attainment data to monitor learners' progress and plan appropriate interventions. Through continuous classroom observation, parent feedback, and ECCD assessments, I monitored learners' development and evaluated the effectiveness of the interventions. The improvement shown in the end of school year ECCD assessment reflects the positive impact of these interventions on learners' developmental growth and readiness for grade 1. At ang panghuli pong indicator para sa NCOY annotations form for teacher for applicant ay ang 7.4.2. Develop a personal professional improvement plan based on reflection of one's practice and ongoing professional learning. So, ang attached MOV ko po ay ang aking ESAT certification, IPCRF development plan, ang mid-year review form, at ang updated IPCRF developmental plan from school year 2023 to 2024. Description po ay the ESAT IPCRF-DP mid-year review form and updated IPCRF-DP demonstrate reflective practice and continuous professional development. Ang aking annotations po ay, these documents provide evidence that I engage in reflective practice by completing the ESAT and using its results to develop my individual performance commitment and review form development plan. Through the mid-year review form, I monitored my progress, reflected on the effectiveness of the professional learning activities undertaken, and identified areas requiring further enhancement. The updated IPCRF-DP demonstrates my commitment to continuous professional development by revising my learning goals and strategies based on my reflections and ongoing learning experiences, ultimately contributing to improved teaching practice and learner outcomes.